Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming back to join me today. I'm just going to do a little bit more work in my Junk Journal January challenge. I did the first page and you were with me for that, or some of you were with me. Thank you so much. And I had lots of positive feedback about that, so I really appreciate it. The prompts I've made into a pocket at the front of the journal, and I've got an alteration tag that I'm going to write on probably when I've finished it, but it's got the date, the name, the address, so and salesperson and department, so I can personalize that and make it for me, can't I? So we did the first page, and that one was resolutions, and my resolution was be kind to yourself, because I think sometimes we can be quite critical of what we're trying to do. I know I certainly can, and that's not just in the crafts that I do, but in my life as well. So, need to be a little bit more positive about me. Now, the next quote was Starry, and what sprang to mind very slowly to me was when the kids were little, and I used to give them nursery rhymes and say nursery rhymes to them. One that I liked was Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, um, and so that's what I've based it on. A little bit shall we say, artistic license. But I took this away with me to the Lake District to sew whilst I was away. So here is my Starry. So I don't know if you can see it, and I will say that my stitching is rustic. So what I've done is I've embroidered the moon gazing hare, and I've put the moon, and I've sewn at the top, it says Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I don't know if you can see it. And I've put some stars on it. And then when I used to say the nursery rhyme to my kids, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, they're all grown up now. My husband used to come out with Twinkle Twinkle Little Bat, how I wonder what you're at. Up above the world you fly like a tea tray in the sky. So I had to put that in because it was significant to me. It's something that always makes me smile. And now we've got grandkids. If I say Twinkle Twinkle Little Star to them, he's always in the background chirping up with that. So that was my Starry. So I don't know what you think. Let me know. I hope you can see it all right. My little rustic stitched moon gazing hare. So the next one that the next prompt is, sorry, I can't remember, stained. Oh yeah. Now I had a bit of a problem with it. Obviously stained is something to do with staining either paper or what makes a stain or something like that. So I thought I would stain the page. So I dropped some inks on it that I had. Well, actually, I sprayed it, and it blotched and it went all a little bit weird. So I did red, green, and black because that's all that I've got. But what worried me was it seeped through to the back, and I thought, oh no, I've ruined that back page. But then I thought, think about it, Carol, you're just going to cover that page, so nobody's going to see your mistake there, and it's only for you, so don't worry. So that was my stain, and I had a little accident with the ink while I was doing it. I got it everywhere. So I just got a piece of card and plopped it on the ink splodge and folded the card in half. And then I sat and wondered for ages and ages and ages what I could do. But when I unfolded the piece of card that had soaked up the ink, I'd got this. So you can see there was an ink splot and lots of splots, and I just folded it in half, rubbed it together, and thought I'll throw that away later. And it reminded me of two people. I know that's probably difficult to see, but it reminded me of two people. So that is going to be my stain, okay? Because it is a stain, isn't it? An ink splodge. So disaster turned into not such a disaster. And my thought was, I've had a few thoughts. I could do it as a pocket and have a tag going in. I still quite like that idea. But the next prompt is, I think it is decorated tag. So there's going to be another tag here. Does that matter? I guess it doesn't. So I thought of doing that. I thought of putting it on its own like that, because it doesn't have to be fancy all the time, does it? So I thought of putting that on like that. I don't know if you can see the paper doily round it, and putting the number 3 on. Oops, upside down number 3, because this is the third prompt. Quite liked that. And I've got a quote that I want to use. And the quote is, "Love is like a stain. Once it leaves its mark, it's hard to get out." And I just thought that went with those two people. So I thought I could just do a nice, easy, simple page that has that on it, because it doesn't always have to be complicated, does it? And I've not stressed myself about it, but I've ummed and ahed a lot about what to do. I thought about collaging on the background, but I don't want to cover those splodgers up because they're stains as well. I want to use my funny little people. I did type this as well onto glassine. What do you call it? Tracing paper. And that does show up, and it kind of shows the stains underneath it. And I'm kind of thinking, I don't know which one I prefer. I suppose it's a bit hard to read that. What do you think? Can you all shout out at me? You can still read it. Love is like a stain. Once it leaves its mark, it's hard to get out. I suppose I could still have that as a tuck. And then I could put the quote on it. That might be a better idea, mightn't it? Or perhaps I prefer that idea. And then, yes, there's going to be another another tag there, but I don't think that matters. And anyway, it's mine, so it doesn't have to matter, does it? So I could do that, couldn't I? I've also got a white tag, a white doily. But what's put me off that is I think it just covers too much. It does make that stand out a bit more, doesn't it? It does make it stand out a bit more. And that can still go behind there. I think I like the white one because I think it makes it stand out a bit more. And I wouldn't usually use white. Okay, so if I'm going to do that, I need to cover the tag, don't I? Do I? Yes, I think I do. I need to cover the tag. I've looked out some... Oh, that says Love Is on it as well, look. Let's see what that would look like, shall we? I can't find a thing. These grungy tea bags are from Kleeblatt Creations. That's Brigida. And she has an Etsy store where she sells these things. I'm just thinking that might be quite nice on there. But would the quote show? Yeah. I think it would. It still fits on. I don't want that Love Is on it. It won't fit anyway. Or do I want something darker? No, that doesn't show up. Something lighter. I quite like the effect of that one, but I dare say it's going to disappear. Can't see it on that one. Maybe this is a good one to use. Probably what I need to do is just glue it on and then go for it, isn't it? So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to glue it on. And the other thing is on the back or whichever side of this, there's a stain as well. So I get two stains for the price of one. So I think I will just glue that on there. And then see where it takes us. So how are you all going? Are any of you doing it? I know I know a few of you have said that you are doing this. this challenge. And really it's a challenge for you, isn't it? It's not a challenge for anybody else, it's just us. Now then, I want to get some paler at the top. So this bit here is going to actually be the back. So I can still write on that, can't I? So let's just cut that out. So I know that I'm not going to get to do a video every day. So I may do a couple of pages with you, and then I do a couple on my own, and then come back and show you what I've done. Just because, you know, I haven't got time in my day to... Oh, that looks quite nice, doesn't it? So if that was on there, and that's going in there. I'm going to have a number 3 stuck to my finger. I think that's nice just to have that quote sticking out. Not sure how we attach these. I think I might stitch round it actually. Okay, let's try and put the page. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and keep it simple. I'm going to put that on there like that, and I'm going to have it as a pocket, and you can still see the stains around it. Sticking these on is always a bit of a pain in the butt, isn't it? Because the glue tends to go all through the holes. I'll try, I'll do my best. I guess I can always go around it afterwards and try and add a bit more glue. About there. That was like that. Oopsie. Yeah, it's still not sticking, so that's about right. And if that wants to lift in certain places, I'll bung a bit more glue underneath it. I can see that it wants to lift just there. Let's put a bit of glue under there, eh? Okay, that's going on there like that. And then I want this to be a pocket. It was really weird when I unfolded the card and saw what the imprint was. And I guess, you know, it's not going to look like 2 people to all of you, but it looks to me like 2 people colliding and coming together. And I'd had that quote laying around for a while. If I put it there, that's about right. So I'm going to stick that on as a pocket. You'll have to let me know what you think. Not every page has to be complicated, does it? And it's how we interpret the prompts, as you know, each of us will interpret them differently. I can't see if that's level. I know this page isn't level. Let's try and line it up with that. I don't want it to stick. I don't think it will. So that's going to be that. And then I want this to be my tag. Okay, I think I might, what sort of glue does it need to stick this? Does anybody know? I'm going to try the glue stick. I'm going to put it in the pocket so I can kind of see where I want it to be. Not upside down, Carol. About there. And it is only pale, but you can still see love is like, can you see it? Love is, let me raise it up a bit. Love is like a stain. Once it leaves its mark, it's hard to get out. So that one's quite, do I want a number 3 on it? I think I do. I'm not numbering every page, but I guess every now and then it will remind me. More because I don't know whether I will, I mean, at the moment I'm working through the pages, aren't I? But I don't know if I will every time. And I could change my mind and put that on if I think it stands out more. It will just have that behind it. That might stand out more, actually. It does. I don't think I'll be able to get that off. Oh, I can. I'm going to stick that on that napkin. Not a napkin, it's a doily. And then I'm going to use this one because I just couldn't quite read it. I did wonder whether I would be able to or not. So I can read it better on this coffee dyed paper. And the coffee dyed paper has stains on it as well. So that's another bonus, isn't it? Let's just see where it needs to be. Yep, about there. Okay, that's good. That's easier to read. Can you see it? Love is like a stain. Once it leaves its mark, it's hard to get out. There we go. So that is going to be, I think I might stitch around that, punch a hole in it, and I've got room to do some more writing. So that's quite a simple one for me, isn't it? So there we go. That's that. I might do this one with you. Let me just think about it a moment. Okay, the next one is decorated tag. So let's just move that. So I just keep checking that that's not sticking. Decorated tag. So I've got a tag, and that is quite a big tag, but it still fits the page, so that's okay. And I thought, just to make this page a bit different, I thought I might add a pocket for it to go in that might flip out, and then kind of at some point come back and decorate this once I get a little bit more in the swing of things. So this is an envelope that's got torn, so it's got like a little pocket there. So I'm thinking that could go in there. If I put the pocket right at the bottom, it will just fit, and then that could flip, and then I've got room to write on here or stick something and decorate it. So I think that's what I might end up doing. So let's decorate the tag. What I want to do is add some book page. That's an old, what is it, it's an old dictionary, German, it's not German, it's French. It was a beautiful dictionary that I got. The cover was actually damaged, but the cover was really good. It was like an Art Deco cover, and I managed to salvage the cover to use and made it into a journal. It's one of the favourite ones that I ever made, actually. I don't know what words are on here. It's the letter I's. So I'm going to just shove that on there. So this is number 4. What date is it today? I think I am. Well, I know I'm behind because I think this is today's one, number 4. Is it the 4th today? It's Wednesday. I don't know. I might stitch around both of these tags. I can do that together. You don't need to wait while I do any stitching, do you? And I can cover the back of the tag as well. Okay. And what I've got is this flower that I've cut out, and it kind of just about fits on there like that. Oh, sorry, can you see? Sorry. And I want to put this little man on. And I'll tell you for why. I'm not struggling as such with this challenge. I am finding it a challenge. But he just looks like he's chilling. And I think that's what I want to do. I want to chill while I'm doing this. I don't want to feel, oh, I've ripped my leaf. Says me, I don't want to feel stressed as I just ripped my leaf. But I want to enjoy the process of trying to think how I'm going to interpret these prompts rather than panicking about it. And, you know, I know that everybody that watches the videos won't like how I've interpreted the prompt, and that's absolutely fine, because this is for me, isn't it? You know, I could do with flattening that, couldn't I? Does that go up a bit? I've got a little bit of a, that's okay. I don't know if these flowers are echinaceas, but they look like what I think an echinacea plant is, or flower is. I'm going to have to lose a bit of that one. That's okay. I'll lose a bit of that leaf. And I think I will just back it with, oh, I like that. I do like that. So my little man is to remind me to chill, relax, and breathe. Because it's not a race to do these. You know, I think sometimes I've been watching what other, do you like that? I've been watching what other people are doing. And this is where I come unstuck, because some people are so very artistic, and what they do, I just think, wow, you know, it kind of blows my mind a little bit. How do they think of it? And their, you know, their mixed media that they do, and they're coming up with all these, wow, fantastic things. And I thought, actually, as long as I like what I've made, then I'm happy. So just breathe. Just don't, it's not a contest. It's not who can do the best. It's just what makes me smile when I turn the pages of this book, and just using things that make me happy. So my little man is going to sit there between those two flowers. I've got very sticky fingers. So he's just going to sit there like that. And I think if I get him in there, oh, he's going to peep over. So that's quite cute, isn't it? I like that. So he's going to peek just there. Good. And I've got some Tim Holtz words, and I looked through earlier, and there is one that says, just breathe. Where would I want it? Down at the bottom, on the leaf. Just breathe. I don't know if you can read that, but it just says just breathe. And I think, you know, this journal was going to be about, I'm going to put it there somewhere there, I think, was going to be about me being kind to myself. And so I think every now and then, I'm just going to give myself a little reminder to just breathe. I'm going to put it there. Probably haven't got that very straight, but that's okay. And I really like that. I am happy with it. What do you think? Do you like my card? That was the prompt, was decorated card. Now I'm thinking I can do this as a pocket. Have I got time to do it with you? Maybe. I was wondering if I could. Do I need to decorate the front? Probably. Oopsie. Sometimes these papers just do not want to rip at all, do they? This is one of Roxy's creations. And I'm just wondering if maybe put that on there. Use your ruler the right way around, you nitwit. Oopsie, throwing the scissors at myself. So I could put that on there like that. And then that will go in there like that. Maybe that needs to come down just slightly further. I don't know if I prefer just the torn envelope, you know. I think I might just prefer the torn envelope. Maybe I just need to put something kind of on it. Maybe I decorate the envelope later and just actually put the pocket on and think about what I want to do. I think actually I would like to get that little bump off. Just so it shows him better. Oh, there we are. Then we can see the Just Breathe. And I might just stamp that. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put that on there as a flip, as a flippy. Just seeing this piece of paper here. No, I think I'm just going to put that envelope on and then think about whether I want to decorate it at a later point. But I think I want it to be a flip so that I could actually put something here and decorate it, something that's hiding behind there. So I think all that I'm going to do is just stick this on. What do you think? Let me know what you think you would do. Oh, I've run out of glue. So at that point, get some more. What do you think you would do to decorate it? Maybe I just want to do some stamping on it. And that will flip out onto there. You know, and I can certainly put something on it and decorate it up a little bit more. It says Kate Greenaway there, so I might be able to find something that goes with Kate Greenaway somewhere. And so that is my decorated tag. And I think they don't look too bad as a like kind of a 2-page spread. I don't know what you think. So I've got my stained, and it's got my two little people that formed accidentally, and they're going to go in there. And then I've got my tag here. I've got a little cluster snippet that I put together a while ago, and I didn't know whether to add, but I think that will just cover up too much. I don't want to cover the flower up, so I'm going to put that in my box to maybe use later. And like I've got this that I thought could go on the back of that envelope. That just fits there, so that might be nice to put there just to decorate that up a little bit, but we'll see. I'll leave it there because that's what I'm thinking of doing with it. So there we go. That's my day 3 and day 4. So that was stained and that was decorated tag. So I hope you like what I've got so far. It is starting to fill out a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. So, you know, it will expand as we go along. So 1 rustic stitching, 2, 3, 4. So there we go. I hope you like it. Please let me know in the comments below any ideas you might have. But I really appreciate you joining me on this journey that I'm on. So thank you so much, folks. Catch you later. Bye.